What do you think you're...
Special Agent Varden, Justice Department. Please step into the car, sir.
You're not Secretary Lawton.
I'm here to determine whether you're a crackpot or a patriot. Let's vacate the area, gentlemen. You've made accusations against some very powerful people.
Our evidence is ironclad.
What about the prototype weapons you and the others have intercepted? Where are they now?
They're where they won't fall into the hands of our country's enemies.
Pull over, Agent Crowder.
Why are we stopping here?
You want this conspiracy crushed? The first thing that's needed is your signature on a transcript of what you've told us. Is everything ready?
Printing out the last page now, sir.
This is an account of our meeting. I'd like you to sign it on the last page, please.
Hardly see what...
That's okay.
How soon can I meet the Secretary?
He'll be in tomorrow. Oh, by the way, what are the names of the others that are in this with you?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Mr. McDermott, you're speaking to an officer of the Justice Department.
I'm sorry.
So am I.
Please step out of the car, sir. Thank you. Sweat. Thank you very much.
Now I'll give you the 10 to give me the location of the prototype weapons and the names of the other thieves. 1.
We aren't thieves! We kept the weapons from being illegally shipped to our enemies! We fully intend to turn them over to Secretary Lawton!
3.
No! No! We can't do this! You're a federal agent!
Take off his shoes. 7.
No! No! No!
8.
No!
9.
I'll tell you! Ronnie Jordan, Jason Weaves, and Roland Yates!
The location of the prototype weapon.
I don't know! I swear! All right, okay, look, they're with the others! We did it purposely to protect them!
I'm sure you did.
Will you let me go now?
Certainly. Let him go. Let's finish up here. Put this in there. All right, let's go.
Hey, Charlie.
Frank, what are you doing here?
Well, I picked this call up from my scanner, so they think it's suicide, huh?
Nothing we found says suicide. We're just pulling them out right now. Still dripping. Come on, everybody, clear back. Let the medical examiner through.
Well, they indicated suicide on the scanner. Besides, through the years, you know, here, Fargo Point is where most of them seem to wash ashore because of that southwesterly current from the bridge.
Yeah, well, half the time. The other half the time, the bodies float straight out to sea.
Well, last night we had a southwesterly, Charlie. Besides, you noticed he's not wearing any shoes. I went up to the bridge after I heard the police scanner. I happened to find these up there.
Frank, you're not a cop anymore.
Yeah, well,
No offense, but when are you going to get out of our hair and let us do our job?
well, because of the homeless and all, you know, I figured these wouldn't last long, so I grabbed them. Besides, you might take a look. There's a note inside of one of them. I was very careful not to smudge any possible prints, Charlie.
Let me guess. Suicide.
I think it was meant to look like a suicide note. But you'll see it was typewritten on computer paper, printed out, but then he signed it on a soft surface.
So,
Well, so most printers and computers sit on hard surfaces. I just think it's odd he wouldn't have taken it out of the machine and signed it right there.
It seems odd to jump from a bridge. There's the body, Frank.
It's a little thing that you might want to look into it.
Anything else?
No, I think that covers it. Have a nice day, Charlie.
Thanks, Frank. Manny, take this to the lab.
What's it?
Warn him. The note might be fake.
How do you know that?
Go ahead.
One of the brightest stars in music just came into town for the invitation of Millennium 21, but it all began for her right here at the House of Soul. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Carla Day.
Is there somebody I'm longing to see? I hope that he turns out to be someone who watch over me.
It always hurts the most when the one who burned you the worst comes back with a fresh load of matches.
Who's lost in the wood? I know I could be real good.
Oh, and by the way, your father's here, taking up a booth.
Although he may not
Hey, Dad.
be the man some else think of.
You should never have let that one get away. No chance you two might,
Didn't you once tell me that you can never go back?
You picked a hell of a time to start listening to me. Yeah, I ran into Charlie Dan today. Yeah, he tells me the academy still needs a martial arts instructor.
Dad.
Johnny, oh, come on. You know you got a gift for it. I mean, even Charlie said so.
I like what I do.
Yeah, well, I like music as well as the next guy. You know, not a life.
So you just happened to run into Charlie?
Yeah, well, I had some information that could help him on a case he's working on.
Dad, you're not a cop anymore.
I trained Charlie. He still appreciates my help. He really does.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta get back out there. Enjoy the show.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Someone who will watch over me.
Sam, then it was a trap, and we walked right into it.
McDermott walked into it. He insisted on taking that meeting alone. This is his own fault.
That's cold. No, he's cold. Let's get out of here.
We'll be on the ground in approximately 20 minutes, Mr. Secretary. Can I get you anything before we land?
Get me a secure line, please.
Brother Jordan.
Right now, I'm here.
Mr. Secretary, where are you? What happened to the meeting?
What are you talking about?
Someone arranged a meeting in your name. McDermott went to it, and now he's dead.
God. I knew nothing about it. You still got the proof?
We got it. And we intercepted 3 of the prototype weapon systems just as they're about to be illegally transhipped.
You bring me the proof and you bring me the weapon system. I promise you that I'll move on it immediately.
And Mr. Secretary, after what just happened, we'd like our next meeting to be in a public place.
Where do you suggest?
The opening of Millennium 21 tomorrow. There'll be a lot of people, a lot of press, lots of protection.
The mayor is hoping the weather holds out as he hosts today's opening of Millennium 21, the world's largest communications conference that brings together some of the greatest minds on the planet. The VIPs will be given a tour of the city aboard a special cable car, entertained by saxophone sensation Johnny Domino.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy yourselves.
Good evening.
Excuse me. Do you have an envelope for Raleigh George? Thank you.
Young black man just picked up the credentials, and he's heading your way.
Make no attempt to stop him.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you. Identification, thank you. Enjoy yourselves. Excuse me, sir, but I'm going to need to examine the contents of that briefcase.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Beg your pardon. Mr. Jordan is delivering that to me.
Well, I'm sure he is, sir.
Okay, go right on board. Mr. Secretary?
Thank you.
It is nothing short of a miracle, the heroic efforts of musician Johnny Domino, that no one died.
Among those taken to Memorial Hospital for injuries suffered from fire and burning debris is Secretary of Defense Lawton, whose condition remains guarded.
We got to know who I am. Oh, don't touch me.
Get away from me! Get away! Stop!
Did you say something to me? I didn't say anything to you.
Someone arranged a meeting in your name. McDermott went to it. Now he's dead. Now he's dead. Now he's dead.
You mean nothing about it. You mean nothing about it. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Beg your pardon. Mr. Jordan is delivering that to me. Mr. Jordan is delivering that to me.
What's his condition? A blow to the head from falling debris, but the doctors are treating him.
What about the briefcase?
We missed it. He got away.
You're concerned about it, Mr. Jordan, and a briefcase.
Them who were sent to kill me
Get away from me!
Who the hell is that with the secretary?
That is the musician who found the bomb.
Get him out of here.
Please!
We're gonna take you out of here, sir. God, you're here. We've got to talk. We must talk.
Rest easy, sir. You'll be okay.
No, don't worry about it.
Mr. Domino, what were you saying about the bomb being intended for Secretary of Defense Lawton? What did you mean by that?
I don't know.
Do you have any idea who planted the bomb?
It's a woman.
What woman?
Okay, I'm sorry, folks. This man needs immediate medical attention. Doctor, please move this man. Thank you.
How did he stop the bomb?
I don't know. There's something screwy going on with that guy.
We'll deal with him. He's not going anywhere. Follow me?
Hey, Dad. Come in.
Look who I found scratching at your door.
Hi. You go a long way to avoid a date.
Carla, are you all right?
Yeah, on the other hand, the doctor decided to keep me around as a trophy. I think he's got all my CDs.
Anyway, the doc says you're going to be fine. You're lucky you haven't got a scratch on you.
Nothing that shows.
What do you mean?
I'm hearing things.
Well, of course you're hearing things. I had a buddy once on the bomb squad. Got too close to one. He heard whistles and sirens for years.
Dad, I'm not hearing whistles or sirens. Not even sounds.
What are you hearing?
I'm hearing thoughts.
You're hearing thoughts?
I know it sounds nuts.
Johnny, you just took a hell of a shock. Now, that's going to do things to you.
I'm afraid we're going to have to cut this short. Mr. Domino's been through a lot.
Doc, I'm fine. Just as soon as I get out of this circus.
Take it easy, Mr. Domino. We still have a lot of tests to run. The fact is, you took enough voltage to fry a bus.
I'll be out in the morning.
The nurses say you can't sleep, so I'm going to give you something so you'll be rested for those tests. And I've called in a man who might be able to help you with those voices you've been hearing.
A shrink?
Well, actually, he's kind of an expert in psychic phenomenon. He's in town for Millennium 21. I told him about your sensing the presence of the bomb. He was fascinated.
I got on that cable car with your personal assurance that there will be no surviving witnesses.
Make your deal. Secretary Lawton is in complete isolation. He won't be talking with anyone.
And what about that musician, the one who found the bomb and got a very good look at me?
Well, there are two ways of dealing with that problem. Kill him or discredit him.
Whichever you choose, don't let it get in the way of finding those prototypes. The buyers arrive tomorrow.
What happened?
Let's just say the meeting blew up in my face.
You were there when the bomb went off?
I was practically under it.
Did you get to the secretary? Did you give him the papers?
No, and I came this close to a bullet. There are feds on the wrong side on this one.
Are you saying that the secretary's in on the conspiracy?
If we went to the wrong man, we're as good as dead.
Look, since we don't know who to trust, maybe it's time we go to the police.
Well, the police, the feds. I mean, with the kind of money that these weapons are worth, who's beyond selling out?
You know, there's one thing that's for sure. We gotta get somebody on our side. Fast.
Johnny, this is Dr. Walton from NISP, the one I told you may be able to shed some light on those perceptual problems you've been experiencing.
I'm not doctor. Someone who specializes in people hearing voices.
Well, as a matter of fact, there are some good physical reasons for these disturbances. Your CAT scan shows some neurological trauma to your right temporal lobe.
What are you telling me, Doc?
That as far as considering your perceptual aberrations are something to be ashamed of, these voices appear to have saved quite a lot of lives. I want very much to find out more about them.
Gentlemen, you represent two governments and the Colombian cartels. We invited you here to preview 5 weapons systems. The price is $250 million for each of the first 4 systems and $1 billion for the 5th. Their relative values will become obvious as we proceed.
Excuse me, what kind of discount if we buy all 5?
None. This is not the home shopping network. If after viewing the weapons you wish to purchase any or all of the systems, you will wire transfer the funds to our offshore account and be given computer renderings and blueprints. If you wish not to participate, there will be no hard feelings. The first system is a fully functional, free flight device designed to unshackle men from the laws of gravity. This anti-gravity belt will give a foot soldier or individual tactical mobility unprecedented in the history of warfare.
I say that we open up that crate. We take out the weapons, and then we individually divide them among ourselves, and then we go hide them somewhere.
I don't think we can afford to have even one of these weapons falling into the wrong hands. I think that one of us has to try again.
What?
To tell the secretary that the bomb was meant for him.
You mean go back and get him in that hospital?
United States Secretary of Defense told you that someone tried to kill him?
I don't remember him actually saying the words. I mean, I don't remember his mouth moving. I know this sounds crazy, but it was like I felt what he was thinking.
John, my work for the past 40 years has been with our government in a race with the Soviet Union to harness extrasensory perception. Now, during this race, we've discovered that one man today, well, he thinks only with about 10% of his brain. Now, what powers would be released if we could tap into the remaining 90%?
What does it have to do with me?
Johnny, if your perceptions are true, that Secretary Lawton was the target, then he's in grave danger. You may be the only one who can tell us where that danger comes from. We must act at once.
When used in a military uniform, it provides an astonishingly high degree of bulletproofing, as this test indicates. Remarkably, the uniform did exceed any vulnerability threshold.
Man, this place is unbelievable. Somebody ran off with my lab coat, my ID, and my wallet. Call security.
Yes, Dr. Stone.
God, to think any American citizen would conceive a plan to sell weapons like these to our enemies.
And we're afraid they may be further along than when we first advised you. We believe that the only thing keeping them from completing some sales is the loss of the prototype weapons.
Which your people have in their possession.
Yes, but if they get their hands on them, they may be able to close their deals and exchange documents within the next 72 hours.
Time to waste. I've got to talk to my head of security.
No! You mustn't do that.
What are you talking about? He's my most trusted confidant.
Someone tried to kill you, and did kill one of us. We can't afford to take any more chances.
You arrived at 11:42 a.m. using the phony credential per your instructions. No one attempted to stop.
And the men on the door all hours?
Briefed and ready to go. Okay, let's go clean it up.
Just going for an X-ray. Have him right back.
Yes, sir.
The men on the door all hours? Briefed and ready to go. Okay, let's go clean it up. Let's go.
They're gonna kill the secretary.
That's what we're here for, to look into this.
No, right now.
Johnny, don't take this on by yourself.
Go back, Mr. Secretary.
Hurry. It's all right, my boy. Barton is on our side.
Yes, and you are going to be a big help to us, Mr. Yates.
My God. You gunned him down in cold blood.
No, sir.
You did.
The door. Somebody was there.
John! What are you doing in here?
Yes, gentlemen, I might ask the same question myself. I'm Dr. Walton, National Security Institute.
Secretary Lawton was just shot to death in the stairwell. Someone escaped onto this floor. This man may have been involved.
You can see why Mr. Domino is on this floor. Prior to that, he was with me in the lobby. As a matter of fact, we saw you two racing past into the stairwell.
How did you get up to this floor, Mr. Domino?
By the elevator. I saw you.
I guess that'll be all.
Why did you do that? How'd you know I wasn't involved in the murder?
Because if you were, you wouldn't have predicted it to me. And that staircase was the last place on earth you'd want to be seen. And because I've been searching for someone like you for 40 years.
And finally, the weapons system most sought after by men since the beginning of the modern age. In the 30s and 40s, Flash Gordon feared it as the intergalactic
Kruger.
Vega. In the 80s and
How?
90s, the weapon was referred to as
Find
the
him.
neutron beam.
Secretary is dead.
Our problems are over.
Maybe not. There may be a new one. Possible witness.
Who?
Young fellow.
No, you're not going to tell me it's this musician again. Aren't you beginning to find his constant presence too coincidental?
He's only a minor nuisance that will be handled.
If I may inject the position of my government, minor problems has a way of becoming major problems.
And we will not accept anyone interfering with our business arrangements.
So, if there is something that we can handle that might be awkward for officers of the law.
I don't believe we need any help.
I believe we do.
The guy in the paper, the one who saved my life. I've been thinking about going to him.
For what? He's a musician.
He somehow knows more about this than anybody else. Oh. He knew about the bomb. He knew that it was meant for the secretary. I think that he's more than just a musician. I think that maybe he's an agent working directly with the secretary. How else could he be in the middle of everything?
Look, I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
But look, I cannot place my life in the hands of a saxophone player. You go your way, and I'll go mine.
Williams, don't do this. Hey, man, I think you're making a big mistake, man.
Who sent you?
Now, no kung fu. I'm on your side. Now look, it looks like you're hurt. And you're gonna keep on getting hurt if you don't let somebody offer you some help. All right? Who are you? Let's just say that I'm an equally agreed party. Let's get out of here.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Weems. So, let me see if I got this straight. You and 3 of your associates were engaged in some sort of a super cop program in order to rescue defense projects. Along the way, in doing so, you came across irregularities involving classified materials. Is that right?
That's right. Including our most dangerous new weapon, the neutron gun.
So what'd you do?
One of our members, Raleigh Jordan, he inquired with the chairman of our company, Macon Beach.
Did he or the company act on it?
Well, Raleigh was commended for his vigilance and told that the matter would be looked into, but almost immediately he was transferred out of state.
So you took your concerns to a higher authority outside the company?
The paper said that Defense Secretary Lawton was coming here for Millennium 21. So we decided to get in touch with him. Only now he's dead.
Yeah, Maggie. Send him in. I'm going to be working with you closely on this, Mr. Weems. Homicide, even that of a cabinet-level member, is my jurisdiction. Espionage, on the other hand, is not. The chief has taken the liberty of sending in an expert, someone he thinks can help us out.
Gentlemen. You'd be Mr. Weems. We've been looking for you.
is this place?
A defense contractor we used to work with went belly up. We figured an empty plant would be as safe a place as any to store a few things, including us. Come on. No. Messing around with boys with machine guns, you're lucky you didn't kill you.
Surveillance 1 to Central. We've located an automobile answering the description on our AAC bulletin.
Now, I'm going to tell you the sad story of 4 very patriotic, now soon to be extinct, engineers. See, some of us decided to see if we could avoid being laid off by trying to find some law enforcement applications for some of the toys we had developed for the Pentagon.
So you were doing this on your own to save your jobs?
That's right. A whole new line of super tools developed for super policemen. Now, our indestructible fighting man comes in both a military and civilian configuration, featuring integrated systems, which includes a belt, which enables him to overcome gravity, fabrics, which are virtually bulletproof, a stealth mode, which makes him seem to disappear, and a holographic display, which makes him appear to be where he ain't.
Very impressive.
We thought so, until we found out we weren't the only ones looking into these weapon systems. And while working with these components, we stumbled onto some irregularities within the computer. We found that our most secret technologies were being relabeled or given new serial numbers which don't correspond with their old Defense Department designations.
And what would that mean?
That things could be removed from the computer without triggering Pentagon safeguards.
Which would mean espionage?
Exactly. We found that these top secret technologies were about to be shipped to a new company called Strand Cybertech, which has no security clearance whatsoever. So, we took matters into our own hands and had the crate shipped here.
So this is what everyone's dying for.
Yeah. And if you think the weapons on the computer are impressive, wait.
Kruger, the police have found the car matching the description of the one belonging to Raleigh Jordan. We're verifying the plates now.
Well, where's the car?
It's in the warehouse district.
We get there ahead of the patrol cars.
On our way.
These are one-of-a-kind prototypes. Now, whoever it is at the top of this company who ordered them shipped out in the middle of the night didn't realize that we were working on this civilian demonstration. So here they are. Anti-gravity belt, holographic display unit, stealth cape, bullet-resistant suit, and of course, I have saved the best for last. Ta-da!
What does the red eye do?
Well, the eye has multi-scan and targeting capabilities, which employs infrared night vision and thermal technologies. It also emits a laser beam of varying intensities, which can serve as a weapon and a cutting device.
It almost looks like you can talk.
Before you listen, there's something that I should tell you. We shipped these systems out so that they wouldn't fall into the hands of our country's enemies. Now, you have to believe that.
I do believe that.
Yeah. See, but the point is, they're classified. If we run into the wrong people, we could legally be shot for having them in our possession.
Wrong people.
Attention! Attention, this is the Justice Department. Come out with your hands up.
That's it, it's over.
Attention, this is the Justice Department. Come out with your hands up. This is your last chance.
Look, it's me they're after, so I don't know. If you can find a place to hide, I'll just go out and surrender.
And then these things would fall in the wrong hands.
The worst.
Come on, let's load them up.
Look, I'm sure that they've got all the doors covered.
What about your toys? Do any of them work?
Well, yeah, but
it's a good time to find out what they can do.
Here, open up this big bag. There's a fill bag in there. You can start putting stuff into it. But leave the cape and the belt out. Got something special planned for that.
This is your final warning.
Wait, not the sub door. Wait, give me the anti-gravity belt. Okay. You good? You ready? Let's go. Over here.
I hate to tell you, there's no door here.
Let's just spray the battery packs are up.
Come on, hurry, get that door open.
What good is this gonna do?
Stealth, man. Stealth.
Boogie, upstairs.
Briggs, upstairs in the office. Go ahead.
Check the back there. Anything? Nothing here. No, sir, nothing over here.
Well, whatever was here isn't here now. They're in the warehouse someplace, and they're not empty-handed. We gotta take a chance to get out of here.
I'm still the one after me and this equipment.
Raleigh, they don't want you alive. They have orders to shoot and kill.
And how do you know that?
I just know.
So far, we're clear. Nothing. Keep looking.
What have you got?
I think you may want to look at this.
Copy. Go ahead. We're holding up.
There's a crate inside that says they were here, but now they're gone.
Well, what's in the crate? Anything we've been looking for?
It's dead empty. But I did find this hospital bracelet.
We gotta get out of here. Look, you heard them. They said they had this whole place surrounded. The only way out is up. Okay, let's just pray that the battery packs a hole and that it can work for two. You're stronger than me. You put the belt on. I hold the bag. You hold me. Don't put the...
Visible.
We're visible.
No, sir. We didn't find the weapons.
Right.
What the hell kind of circus you running around here? You jump my collar. That's my bird up there.
Our jurisdictions don't conflict when it comes to Raleigh Jordan. This is espionage. He's ours.
You get him into custody, then we'll talk.
Belt's tight. Gotcha. Now what happens? Now, I'm gonna hold on tight to all the systems in this bag. And what you're gonna hold on tight to is me. Got it? Got it.
Can't you leave that scanner alone?
Not when I hear you broadcasting my son's name all over town.
Yeah, he and Raleigh Jordan may be in there.
Who's Raleigh Jordan? What's Johnny doing in there with him?
Your son's not an innocent bystander in all this, sir.
What are you talking about?
It's about stolen weapons.
Kruger's men found an empty weapons crate in there, along with this.
What is that?
It's your son's hospital ID tag.
We're getting out. We climb down, well, we'll be on their laps. Climbing down, we're gravitating up. From this height, John, do I believe in this system, or you don't? Okay. I suggest we head that way, towards the bag.
Charlie, you know Johnny would never get mixed up in anything that was criminal.
I don't want to believe that, Frank, but it doesn't look good for him.
Like father, like son, is that what you mean?
I've always been on your side, Frank. I went to bat for you when the cops threw you off the force. I said those cops framed you for not playing ball. Don't put this on me.
So what about Johnny?
There's not enough to arrest him, but even if the feds weren't here, I'd have to follow up on that. You know that. You're the one that trained me.
Hold tight. You hold tight. Oh.
This is working. This is working. Woo.
God, this is frightening.
No, man. This is cool. This has got to be the most incredible sight I've ever seen.
Okay, let's not get too carried away. I mean, this is all very experimental, and the anti-gravity system can be tricky to control if you try to get too fancy. Okay?
Watch this.
Oh, God, I cannot take this. Uh-oh.
What's that?
Battery's going down.
What does that mean?
It means that we're going down.